application. Now we will do something called dynamic data parameterization. That is called a correlation. Dynamic data is something like you don't have control on that data. For example, we give category cats or dogs, but if you go to the product it's based on the category. So if you choose cats, different products will come dynamically. If you choose category as fish, different products will come dynamically. So whatever that is coming as the first one, you need to take that, right? So what we need to do is, that means the products come in the response of a previous request. You need to take that response, then get the portion of that product from that response, pass it on to the next request. So static data, you read it from the file, directly pass. Dynamic data, a dynamic or server sent data comes in response, take from response, pass it to the next request. That is called a correlation or dynamic data parameterization. Let us do that now.
Okay, now if you see this, based upon the category, the product ID comes. So this K9BD01 is for dogs, not for cats, right? So if I go to the app, and then if I see that, I could definitely see, once I go to the dogs, here I get K9BD01. But if I go to reptiles or something like that, then something else comes in. So now what we are trying to do is, we are trying to find out what is going to come, and then we are going to parameterize that. That is called as dynamic correlation or dynamic parameterization. Okay, so here we are now going to do a dynamic parameterization. What I do is, see, in the previous response, okay, now I have saved the previous response to a file. So I go to the previous response, open it with a WordPad. Okay, I open it with a WordPad, and I will find out where is this category coming up. So it is K9 something, right? KD, right? KD. Oh, am I wrong somewhere? Let me just go to the next one. Okay, K9. Oh, sorry. The response was for cats. The response was for cats, and I'm searching for dogs, so that's wrong. Okay, so I should be finding out what is the category ID for cats. So I go to this text store for cats. Okay, FL. Okay, this is going to be the name. Okay, so what I do is, I just copy this. I go here and I search for it. Now here I have found that where the left boundary, that is to the left hand side of this value, I have the word product ID. To the right hand side I have the double quote. So what I do is, I write a regular expression to extract this value. I mean, if you guys have done correlation using LoadRunner or any other performance testing tool, it is definitely similar to that. So what you do is, in the previous one, I add a post processor called regular expression extractor. Okay, I write in the previous request, right? I right click, add a listener post process regular expression extractor, give a name to it, let's say prod, then the regular expression will come something like this. What is on the left hand side? On the left hand side I have product ID, right? On the left hand side I have product ID. So product ID, then open bracket, dot star, whatever is there after that, right? And then to the right hand side I have double quotes. So this is how I will have to specify the regular expression. So this is nothing but the one on the left hand side. The single quote double quote is on the right hand side, and in between we are saying whatever is there in between that, extract that. Whatever is there between product equal to and double quote, extract that. And then we have to specify a template ID $1, $1, and then match. We want to get the first value, so we give it as 1. So this is how we write a regular expression extractor. So now whatever product comes in, that is stored in the variable prod. Whatever product comes in, that is stored in the variable prod. What I do is, in the next one, instead of this, I write $prod, right? And then, so now what happens is, it will take the ID, whatever ID was generated from that, it will take that and then it will post it here. Same thing, I mean, even to this one, we can use the same value here. So what I do is, I say $prod, and then I close this. Now we also need to get the item ID. So in order to get the item ID, I need to go to the items page. Okay, I need to go to the items page. So this is the items page. So here I need to find out what is the left and right boundary for it. There is an item. So let us go and find out the left and right boundary for it. Page shows Control F, Control V. So left boundary, if you can see the code, you can see that the left boundary is item ID equal to, and right boundary is double quotes. So we write the same thing. Again we write the same thing there in the regular expression evaluator. What I do is, I go here, right click, add post processor, regular expression extractor, give a name to that, let's say ITEM, and the regular expression is left boundary, followed by open bracket, dot, star, question mark, close bracket, and then right boundary. Then template will remain same, and then occurrence is 1. So this is now stored in a variable called item. So what I do is, I take this and go here and put it in this fashion. Okay, so I would say $item, and then I close it. So what we did is, from the product page, I extracted the product ID. From the items page, I extracted the item ID. Okay, and then I have replaced it in this way. So once you have done this, now in order to verify whether we have done correctly or not. Okay, so if you look at this, if I'm going through the cats, okay, I mean the first value is cats. So if our assumption is correct, this page should come. This page should come to the I mean in the response page, this should come. If this comes, our parameterization is correct. So what I do is, I close this. Here I add a response. I save the response here. Listener. Save response to a file and then say last page. Right? And then I would check that if it is running correctly. Say run. Say start. So it has to take cats and then it should work. So I got the last page. And then I think then we have made a mistake somewhere. We have made item prod. Oh, okay, sorry. I have given the variable P capital, which is small. Okay, capital variable, but I have given capital P. Okay, so this has to be small p. Now I'm giving it small p, and let's save. Let's see this now. Okay, so run. Okay, let's save it. Sorry. So let me just save this, and then let me go ahead and start. So let us see if this comes correctly this time. The last page 2, I just open it. You could see that it has come correctly with adult female Persian, right? So it is coming correctly. So our parameterization was correct. Now again, maybe in one more example for this, in order to verify it once more, let's say in the data file, instead of right click, open with notepad, instead of this, let me put birds. Okay, what if I give birds there? Okay, so if I'm giving with birds, what would happen is, I mean, let's see manually how it comes up. If I'm giving birds, then enter the store, birds, and first bird, and then add to cart. So we should get adult male Amazon parrot. This should be our last page. So let's see if our code is running correctly that way. What I do is run, start, run it. So now I go to the bin folder. I get the, okay, let me delete this because I don't know if it is repeating the same thing. So I run it again, run, start, go to the bin. I go to the last page. So now we should get, see, adult male Amazon parrot. So that's how you do a correlation. Correlation is again pretty simple in JMeter. Only thing is that you should know how to do it. That's the trick. Once the trick is known, this tool is really a great tool for testing normal web applications.
Okay.
Over to you, Nagarajan.
This is Nagarajan back again. Some of the standard resistance to the JMeter comes because of the menu navigations. Okay. So what they could have done, create proxy settings, controller, users, but the names, threads, controller, listener, regular expression, extractor, whereas the industry standard terms are like correlation, right? So the nomenclature is the first one. Second thing, in terms of if I want to know about this parameterization and correlation, it doesn't give from the tool itself. The commercial tools usually provide at a right click or just go to the same tools in other page, it will open the response. Whereas here, you need to write the response, go to the view source, then see where it is happening. So that is one area you have to go back and forth. Even the container recording, if you see, you may have to do back and forth. So that makes it slightly difficult, but still there are a lot of questions coming at will it work for Flex? It may not, because anyway Flex uses SOAP. It may work fine, but some of the UI always cause the issue. Telerik controls, third-party controls. So there are issues with third-party UI controls, but if the requests are properly captured, then we are okay. If the requests are not properly captured, then it doesn't run well. Another set of questions are coming like, can I use JMeter for functionality testing? No, this is a performance testing tool. So you cannot use this tool for functionality testing like QTP. This works on protocols and request response basis. This does not work on the UI object basics. I would like to go through this set of questions, right? Will it support HTTPS? I think if you look at the Apache JMeter thing, can you open the Apache JMeter open page, overview page, Kaushik?
Yeah,
it lists out what are all the protocols it supports. Okay, so it supports LDAP, FTP, right? So there is a set of protocols which are available. Okay, go to the home page, go to the overview, you can see that.
Just going on. Yeah.
Okay, if you look at this, it says HTTP, HTTPS, SOAP, database JDBC, LDAP, JMS, mail. These protocols do work. So this definitely works for HTTPS, all these protocols. Commercial tools like Neoload, other stuff, they may also do, but the UI technology like Silverlight, Flex, and then GWT, SAP, Oracle Forms, they have a trick on processing the request. So those tools work on it. JMeter may or may not. It works only on this, whatever that is coming as these protocols. Other than that, what occasions I can use JMeter? Many people ask, can I parameterize user ID password? The same trick. Wherever you have parameterized the product category in a file, Instead, you put the username and password in a file and then use from that file. It is as simple as that. Correlation, remember this simple rule. You need to know what data you have to chase, give the prefix and suffix, and the regular expression dot stands for a single character, star stands for 0 or more characters. Okay, and question mark again is it's like end of it. The open bracket and close bracket that we use in the variable extraction is mainly to denote that portion alone I am interested. And many people ask, what is $1? In a single extraction, you can extract multiple templates. $1 meaning is the first one to extract. $2 means it's the second one to extract in the same variable regular extraction, right? Now, another set of common questions that I could see, there are hundreds of questions. Today we reached about 600 people. Common set of questions will be like, how do we do monitoring? Monitoring anyway we didn't cover. There is something like listener monitors for the short of time. You can also use third-party monitors or Perfmon itself or Netstat itself. So those are the things which already provide your system resources. And a few people asked about how do I find the bottleneck. See, this is a performance testing tool. Using the request response time and then the CPU utilization, memory utilization and other parameters like counters, you can arrive at. But the tool per se doesn't say this is the problem. Tool gives you the results. Based on the results, you need to analyze. For that, you need to first practice. So there are 3 elements to here. Number 1, performance testing. Number 2, performance monitoring. You collect monitors, performance counters, then performance engineering. Using the monitors and profiler data, you go to the bottleneck area. If you are new to load testing, I would say don't jump. Try to practice JMeter, do load testing n number of times. Then go to the analysis part. Baby has to be born in 10 months, it has to be born in 10 months. Don't push, you have time, just practice for some time. There's no point in straight away I want to do a PhD, right? So start with load testing, then elevate to performance monitoring, then elevate to performance engineering. I would see another standard set of comments, right? The people have already thanked, this is a useful demo, but some of the people are having some minor issues in terms of installation. What happened is, when we were taking the demo, they missed some part of it and then they try to install JMeter on their machine. So what happens is, you miss some of the portions that we talked. So next time whenever you are attending a webinar, you don't try to do parallelly what we are trying to do. That will help a lot in terms of missing some of the portions. Okay. Okay, this is the common pattern. All other questions I could see they are mostly from the interview point of view, but good. What we will do is, people have asked us to repeat some of these things. Okay, so what we will do is, we have anyway recorded this one. We will upload it over the weekend and then send you email so that you can refer it again and again, because repeating within 1.5 hours when hundreds of people are waiting, it may make other people to slightly get jittery. So we will upload this recorded webinar. From there you can get information. I hope you have got a basic idea of what you can do with JMeter. How many of you have got some base level confidence to get what is JMeter rather than being afraid of JMeter? Can you please raise the hands if you have? Okay, now I know what to do in JMeter. You may not get the speed, but if you practice, you can get it. Okay, I see a lot of hands going up. In fact, a few people have asked, okay, so far we have been using that other tool. We were now thinking why we missed this tool. Yeah, that happens. Only thing, as Kaushik said, if you know the trick, it is easy. If you do not know the trick, then only it becomes difficult. But I always suggest, please practice. Practice makes it perfect. You can listen 100 times, but listening may help you to get the knowledge, but the knowledge has to become a skill. So please practice. Anyway, this is a free tool, right? So thanks a lot. We are very happy to see all the people. If your organization requires load testing, refer to us. If you need a training, refer to us. If you are a job hunter, contact us if you want to get work experience, not just a fake. We will allocate you work. We will monitor you. Okay. So if you are a job hunter, if you want to really get work, and then if you want to really get monitored and then get employable, we are there to help you. Thanks a lot. We are disconnecting this